Hey, my friend, are you a small business owner who loves God, family, country, and capitalism? If so, you're in the right place. Welcome to the War Plan Briefing. Today, we're going to talk about 3 simple tips that you can do to improve your marketing in 2023. These are simple, but they're deep and nuanced and complex. So let's spend a few minutes and let me help you make more money. I'm wearing a t-shirt right now. It says, everything is marketing. Sometimes I say marketing is everything. And people get confused because it sounds silly, but let me explain for a second. My definition of marketing means to make known. You know, one of the biggest problems for small business owners, including me in the early years, was we're just too quiet. We market like a mouse. We don't make a lot of noise. We don't want to ruffle any feathers, you know? We want to kind of fly under the radar, but somehow still hope for this level of success. It's not realistic when no one knows who you are and what you do. And specifically going into a recessionary economic environment, it's going to be more important than ever that you put your big boy pants and your big girl pants on and get ready to be more noisy. So first tip is get prepared to be more noisy in 2023. You see, people are going to get scared. The markets are going to contract. It depends on your industry. It depends on the geography of where you are in the country or where you are in the world. There's differences, but generally speaking, there's a slowdown and it's going to get painful. And when that happens, people shrink back. They cut all expenses. They hide in their hidey hole and wait for the storm to pass. I don't want you to wait for the storm to pass. I want you to run headlong into the storm. Quick shout out to my friend Elena Lido. She told me this story about buffaloes one time. Maybe you've heard it. Buffaloes run into storms. Cows, on the other hand, they run away from storms. Isn't that weird? That's crazy. You got to understand, out on the plains, the Great Plains, there'll be a herd of buffalo, and the storm is rolling in over the mountains, and the buffalo turn towards the storm and run right towards it because they get through it in half the time. Cows, on the other hand, or how most small business owners react, is they turn around and they try to pretend that it's not happening, or they try to run away from reality, and they wind up getting trapped in the storm for a longer period of time because they're moving with the storm. Now, I'm not trying to be dramatic or cheesy, but I already know you because I am you. And if you're trying to fight for your family and change your family tree and build some wealth and get a business that works so you can just level up who you are and the contribution you can make to the world, you have to get better at marketing. And one of the ways to automatically get a bigger result from marketing is being noisier in general. You can be noisier in volume, but also in frequency, right? How often are you sharing your services and your wares with the world? How many of the people that know you in real life really understand everything about what you do? How often are you communicating with the customers you already have, the ones that know, like, and trust you, that trusted you with their money the first time around? And how do we squeeze more juice out of that orange? Because the only reason they're going to stop buying is because you either offended them or you stop asking for sales. That's it. Ask for more sales. You know, make more offers to these people. Be noisier, especially when things start to slow down. The second tip on how to improve your marketing for 2023 is to understand and focus on improving the nuance in your business. Nuance. It's a weird word, right? If you think about it, everything is nuance. You know, if you think about really successful people in any category, whether it's athletics or it's business or anything, it's the little things that make the big differences. This is true for your small business too. You know, think about a restaurant. A high-end restaurant has more intentional nuance than a fast food restaurant does. You know, the linens are thicker, the silverware is heavier. They might have a dedicated water boy that carries around a glass bottle full of water and he pours it over a towel on his arm, right? And you're spending $250 to have a date night with your wife, but the lighting is different, the ambiance is different, the smell of the restaurant is different, the music and the beats per minute is different, the quality of the wait staff, the quality of the uniforms on the wait staff, the menus are thicker, everything, it's everywhere. Open your eyes, everything is marketing and marketing is everything. You can apply these same principles to your business to justify higher prices, have a better customer experience, get more referrals, get more reviews, and all the other good stuff that comes with it. You know, nonverbal signaling is like 80% of communication. Depending on what stat you read, it's a lot. It's a big deal. How your customers perceive you to be is more important than what you actually are, because perception is reality, especially in a transactional service-based business. Do you answer the phone in 3 rings or 1 ring? That's nuance. What exactly do you say when you answer the phone? That's nuance. Not just the script, but the pacing and the tonality and the mirroring and the emphasis, right? All of the ways that you say how you say what you say is the nuance. And there's gold in it because it sets the table for you demanding higher prices. You know, the ultimate goal, if you have a service company, in my opinion, is for if someone gets 3 quotes and you're the last one, okay, which I don't want you to be the last one, but let's just pretend for this example that you're the last one. They have 1 quote for $500, the second quote for $550. Let's say that your quote is $850. It's $300 more than the other companies. You know, the perfect scenario, if you understand nuance and how to massage the customer life cycle to create more perceived value, what you want to happen is you want that customer to go, oh, it's only $300 more. You want them to be pleasantly surprised that you're only $300 more because they were pretty sure you'd be $1,000 more after the process of nuance that you just took them through. Are you picking up what I'm throwing down? Do you hate money? Do you hate money? Okay. I don't think you hate money. This stuff it works. It always works, but it takes practice. And, going into the winter is a good time for a lot of service companies to slow down, get a little creative, and start thinking through your customer life cycle, all the opportunities you have to exceed expectations and improve your nuance, whether it's the thickness of your literature or the type of business card you have. Little tiny things on their own might not make a big difference, but when you stack it all together, you're going to have a massive competitive advantage, and your competitors are going to be very confused. And guess what they're going to do? They're going to lower their price because they think the only reason people buy is based on price, but it's not. Customers see price, but they also see the perception of what they're buying, right? There's what you pay and there's what you get. Most small businesses are very bad at articulating what the customer gets. And the way you answer the phone and do all the other stuff we talked about is a way to tell the customer without telling the customer. When you work with us, you're going to get a lot. And we cost a little bit more, but that's why we work with the most discerning customers. Okay, tip number 3 to improve your marketing in 2023 is to consider refreshing your offers. What is an offer? Well, most small business owners don't even have an offer. They just have a service or they have a product. An offer is when you bundle together a bunch of components to create a package of something or a way to articulate what it is you're probably already doing, but it's done in a more powerful way. That's an offer. If I go buy a hammer, that's a product. If I go buy an oil change, that's a service. But if I buy the platinum triple flux capacitor car maintenance bundle, that's an offer, which includes my oil change. And it includes this. It includes a 30-point inspection report. And it greases my doors. And it does this. And I get this. And I get all these things. That's what constitutes an offer. And when you're selling and trying to grow your business, you're competing with a lot of people that don't really understand this stuff, right? That's why you're in the right place. Hopefully this is helpful to you and you're going to make a ton of money. And I'm super thankful. High five. Here's the deal. You need to have offers, not just services. You need to have offers, not just products. So enhance your offers. But specifically when it comes to going into an economic slowdown like a recession, some people might want to rename their offers. Just changing the name of what you sell can actually have a huge impact on how much of it that you sell. For example, if you have a service business and you sell the luxury, the premium, the top shelf luxury bundle, and it has all these things in it that you're selling, that's cool. But when things get really hard economically, it's harder for people psychologically to buy luxury bundles because they feel bad. Just changing the name of it to, the essentials package or the economized essentials package. Doing that alone, I'm not saying that specifically is what you need to do or that everyone needs to do that. I'm just making the point that when you think about your market with your service, with what's going on with your customers, what can you do proactively to enhance your offers, to enhance what the customers feel like they're getting, and how do you make it feel like it's irresistible, it's irrefutably valuable, and they have no choice but to give you all their money. Yeah, you're a little bit more, but you gave them an offer with a clever name that uses alliteration and it has all these components and you've unpacked the value like a boss. I'm proud of you. If you do these things, you will make more money. And hey, if you haven't done so yet, if you're getting value out of this, why don't you click subscribe? Because that's really easy for you to do and it helps me a lot. And we would appreciate it. This is a new channel. There's a lot of more good stuff coming. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.